such a really peculiar, strange day with just about every kind of experience that could go right and off the rails and instantly change basically on a coin. It really is. Let me just go directly to the point I'm trying to make here. I'm at the immigration system here, as you can see. This is in Manila. It's the Central Immigration Building, and everything is done here. Pretty decent, pretty rapid. Now, I wanted to bring a situation that is very kind of like ambiguous. For example, I've just paid for a bit noisy actually, for an express system, which is 1.5 hours to get the product or your visa completed from start to finish, from Ati-Atihan, right? Getting the documents signed off by whoever's in the office, and you pay 3,500 for that express service, right? Now I've just waited nearly an hour now, and I was called over and said, oh, by the way, we need to send your documents off to the commissioner. This happened once before actually, the commissioner. I was told, because of not my circumstances, that I think if you stay here X amount of time, if you've been issued like 1, 2 or 3 ACR cards, which is alien registration card, and 6 months visas, they need to escalate it to somebody higher, who then reassesses the situation and says, yeah, he got to sign it off, pretty much like chief of police type of thing, right, rather than local administrating guys here. Anyway, I'm digressing here. Is that after I've paid this express service and I've paid additional charges, I've been told that basically they're now going to send it to the commissioner again. I said, look, well, okay, I don't have an issue with that. They said, well, what happens is the commissioner will just sign it off, but it could take 3 weeks before he does that. 3 weeks, which I'm good with that, because the minute that I sign now or apply for this visa, that time starts now. I'm well inside of my visa expiry date, right? My visa expires on the 19th, but because I'm applying now on the 4th or 5th of August, it's all good. So my point is, they've accepted my fee, or tell me I need to pay the fee of an excess of an express service. But now that express service isn't there. It hasn't been delivered. They haven't stand by that word. So what they should have done, if it's no longer an express service, is return that fee back to me. Now their argument, or the guy I was speaking to, the argument was, because it has to go to the commissioner, still means that the fee applies. In other words, by paying that fee, it somehow encapsulates having to pay for him. Okay, it's almost like a transferal of fee, which is not very clear. So I've still had to pay that express fee, even though I'm going to come back in 3 weeks' time to get the documents readily available. So it's very bizarre how that works, and there's no signs that would tell you you'd be prepared for this, because as I've noticed with authority here, they change the rule by the second, and you can't argue it out. If you argue it out, you're probably likely to get chucked out of the country, or have some other issues later on. So I've taken the bullet on this, and I've just verified with them. I said, look, so obviously I'm staying here, I'm applying today, which means I'm well inside of my visa, and you're going to send me a text message, which they did before actually, a text message on one occasion that says your passport and information, your documents are already come and collected. So I'm still going to have to charge, still going to have to pay to come down here from my home to collect something which is a standard process, but I'm paying express service. Work that one out if you can. Anyway, I'm done here. The weather's changed. It was sunny earlier on. I'm going to head back home now. as there's no point hanging around anymore. But I thought I'd do this video for anyone else who is gonna come here and do their visas. Just expect the unexpected. They're like women. The one thing you can guarantee is a woman being a woman. The one thing you can guarantee in the Philippines is that nothing works as you plan, majority of times. Okay, Chris here in Manila.